Welcome back to the shop. I'm Mark at Mark's Upholstery. Something just popped up on my screen. I think those aluminum, and it went away. There may be a bunch of you out there that have loose cushions on your sofas, and over time they've gotten all compact and slacky and just seem like they're unfilled and just yuck, you know. And you'd like to figure out what you can do about it. Well, I'm going to show you what you can do with them. I'm going to start by removing the insert from the cover. Okay, what you're seeing is a cushion that, now your better ones are going to have, instead of having one big pocket here and one big pocket here, you know, they're going to have three smaller ones with one in the center, which, you know, especially the taller the cushion, the more pockets you'll need in it, which is normally just 3 pockets. There are rare occasions when 2's fine, but those are the ones that usually end up buckling in the middle the worst, and they're just not ideal. This one's done right, but you can tell that in these groove areas, it feels like it's lacking because the dacron here is compacting. You know, over time, you know, it'll sit there and smash together and do this thing, and then it just gets tired and doesn't fill out. So I'm going to show you what you can do about that. I'm going to start by opening the seam. I like to open the seam between the middle of the bottom pocket and the upper pocket. Once the tick is open, I start pulling the dacron from the middle pocket. You can see how compact it is. Once pulled out, I'm going to start fluffing and breaking it up. Little as I go, I'll start replacing the dacron all the way to the back. Once I'm finished with the middle pocket, I'll repeat the process with the upper and lower pockets. Now it's typical when I get furniture in here that has been done by another company to, if I go in there with and pull out their dacron and fluff it out and put it in, usually it's not going to go back to the fullness that I would do it. A lot of these companies, they're trying to impress you right off the bat with a nice, comfortable, soft back, and when you get it brand new, it's usually going to look decent, just decent enough, and it's going to be comfortable, but it's not going to have stability, and you know, for the future. So now this client has brought this into us because that happened to them. You know, they bought it, probably looked nice at start, got compacted a little bit, and instantly looked like, you know, like they should be when they're compacted up. So what we're doing is taking this fill out, refluffing it, and then I'm going to put back in some added dacron just to make sure that it gets that proper fullness that it should have had from the start. Now, for those of you at home that are trying to do this, you know, it's as simple as pulling this tick out, opening the ends on it, and then pulling the stuffing out, fluffing it out, and putting it back in. And if you're lucky, you might have enough to fill it just to get started again like that, and it hold up for a while and look better. It's certainly going to look better because you're taking it from a compact state and reapply, you know, fluffing it out to make it a nice fullness again, make it fuller. But again, and if you don't fluff it out and go through the trouble of fluffing it out, if you just sit there and, you know, try to compact in new stuff or this or that, it's just going to look clumpy and still underfilled. So, and you'd have to pack it really, really hard to even get it to fill out. So it's always best to take it out, fluff it up again, and in some cases, you could take the tick out of your cushion and just start grabbing it and trying to pull it apart from the, you know, from outside over the tick. You can do that, and that'll help fluff it up too for a cheap, easy, quick way out. But it's not the best way. It's always going to be the best in the end to fluff it out completely, compact it, and put usually more in there than they had to start with. And you may be able to get this dacron at your local hobby shops or something. I don't know. I've always been fortunate to be in an area where I could get it through an upholstery supply company. Maybe you have one, maybe you can order it. I'm sure you can order dacron these days. You can get about everything on the internet. So, but you can take what looks like an old dead cushion back that's really too soft and flimsy, and you can take it apart. I mean, just take it out, open it up, pull the stuffing out, fluff it out, put it back in, and you don't even have to sew it back up. It's not going to hurt for you to just leave it open and cram it back in there. It's still going to be better than the cushion you had to start with. So this client's paying me to refurbish this cushion, so she's going to get the full job where I pull it out, fluff it up, and I'm going to add new to it. Now, she's fortunate that these cushions came with a quality dacron, and the way you know this is that it's usually going to have a slick feel to it. You know, all of them are soft, but some of them are grabby, cleany, and then some of them are slick. And, you know, really, these are the type that are less likely to bind hard to each other, but they will bind. You know, you can compact and it'll make a compact, but it's easy to fluff back out. And a lot of times you can take your pillow and pop it real good and pull it and help it along the way to last longer. Now that I have this insert refluffed and properly filled, I'm going to close the ends on it. The insert is ready now to go back in the cover. Now, some of you may have semi-attached back cushions. Those are ones where the back is sewed to the back of the sofa or the chair or whatever it is. Don't be afraid to do those. You can pull that seat cushion out, unzip that back, and pull that tick right out of it and do the same thing, and then just take that and shove it right back up in there. So don't be afraid to do those too. If you enjoy these videos, hit that like button, show a little love. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. And don't forget the notification bell so that you can catch future videos. Thank you. If you enjoy these videos,
You enjoy these ramen noodles? Put hot sauce in it.